Good morning or good afternoon, Tigers. Today we'll be watching a Quizzette video on Quizzette 703.5. Please make sure that you write your last name, comma, first name at the top, and that you write today's date and your class color. Today I'll say that I'm a yellow tiger. On number 1 of each day, it's going to ask you to add or subtract fractions. When you're adding or subtracting fractions, please make sure that you have the same common denominator. Some of you would look at number 1 and automatically think that that's equal to 0, but that is not true. Remember, we have to change subtraction to the addition of the opposite from now on. So every time you see subtraction, you have to change it to addition of the opposite. The first number stays the same. The subtraction changes to addition, and the 5 halves turns into negative 5 halves. Now, since they have the same common denominator, I can add or subtract straight across. The denominator remains the same. The top numbers, you can now add negative 5 plus negative 5. Remember, same sign, add and keep. So same sign, they have the same sign. You're going to add 5 plus 5, which is 10. Keep their sign. Next week, or maybe at the end of this week, I'm going to be teaching you how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide positive and negative numbers. Here, you have negative 10 over 2. That is equivalent to negative 5. Because 2 goes into 10 5 times, but you have a negative, so it's negative 5. Thank you for writing all of this down on your Quizzette. Number 2. Number 2 says, use the number line below to model the given addition problem. So it has the word addition there. But you clearly do not see addition. You see 1.8 minus 2.8. So that implies that you know that you have to change it to the addition of the opposite. So I'm going to change 1.8 minus 2.0 to 1.8 plus negative 2.0. Now let's think of money. Here you have $1.80. And here you have a negative $2. So you know that you have more negative, a more negative amount than you do a positive amount. So you know you're going to end up on the negative side of the number line. You know you're going to end up somewhere on this side of 0, not on the positive side. So let's go ahead and plot this. You start with 1.8. You put a point at 1.8. Here's my point. And then I'm going to go in the negative direction $2 or 2 full units. If you look here, the number line is not by dollars. It's by 20 cents. 20 cents, 20 cents. So when we're taking away $2, we have to make sure we're not taking away too little 20 cents. So something someone can do on accident is go 1, 2, and say, oh, I have $1.40. But you don't have $1.40. You have to take away $2, not 20 cents. So now we have to count by dollars in the negative direction. Because it's telling you to go to the negative direction, $2. So let's go. Let's do this. So that's 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents, 80 cents, $1. I still have one more dollar to go. 20 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents, 80 cents, $1. So that's $2 in the negative direction. Now I end up at negative 0.2. That is your correct answer. So the answer is negative 0.2. And in money, this represents negative 20 cents. Some people say, oh, that's 2 pennies. No. 0.2 represents 20. It's in the tenths place. Not in the hundredths place. Number 3. Cindy ended round 1 of a game show with negative 100 points. So I'm going to start off by drawing a picture. This is SMP4 model with my math. You are not familiar with the SMPs yet. In a week or two, you will be familiar with them. Basically, that just means draw a picture. I don't like my line. Oops. I don't like my line, so I'm going to erase it. I want to make it straight. All right, so this girl, Sydney, ended round 1 at negative 100. So I'm going to draw negative 100 down here. 0, 100, 200. Go ahead and draw this picture. All the way till you get to about 600. Okay, let's move on. In round 2, she scored 600 points in the geography category. What was her total score after the end of round 2? Remember to answer in complete sentences. That's a nice hint right there. So she started at negative 100 and she earned 600 points. So now she went in the positive direction, 600 points. 600, positive 600. So let's count. 1, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. She now ended up at 500 points. So let's write in a complete sentence. Sydney ended round 2 with positive 500 points. Done. Now your task is to complete Tuesday, because today is Tuesday. Some of you might be watching this on Wednesday, so that means you have to do Monday, which I just did for you, Tuesday and Wednesday. So whatever day you watch it on, that's the day that you complete. I wanted to add one more thing for Tuesday number 1. Remember that for Tuesdays number 1, when you add and subtract fractions, you have to have the same common denominator. Keep that in mind. They have to have a common denominator. They don't have the same denominator at the bottom, but you can multiply 1/4 by 2/2 to get you the denominator of 8. Thank you, Tigers. Good luck on this Quizzette.